Now, thank you for politely clicking on the video. Please stick around at least for the next minute because I need to borrow your thoughts on some training. Now, when I get to the top of this hill, I'm going to announce the race I've got planned for the October of this year, which is quite a long way off. What I want to hear from you is any workouts you know that are going to help me increase pace over distance. What I mean by that is some consistency. You know, my tolerance of pace at the 5 to 10k range I'm quite happy with, but I need to now extend that out to marathon distance and beyond, because this is a race I want to do well in. Not being competitive towards other competitors, but towards myself, because I've got a challenge to beat. I'll explain that more in a moment, but down below, if you know any workouts that you think are really good for developing long run endurance and speed, let me know. Or equally, any kind of like midweek workouts you think might be good fun. What I'll do is over the next 5 months or so, I'll do those workouts as long as I've got the fitness to, and I'll obviously mention you. I'll kind of share in that moment. So I'm kind of leaning on the community here to help develop me as a runner, and I'm always open to new ideas, because at this point obviously what I've been doing in the past hasn't been working and I want to change that. Right, so here I am at St Martha's in Guildford. So what's this big announcement? Well, last year I wanted to enter a race, and unfortunately, just due to family commitments, my general level of fitness, illness, injury and all that kind of stuff, and the fact it's sold out, I wasn't able to do it. But there's a race that starts from here and it runs down to Shoreham. It's called the Downs Link Ultra, 38 mile point to point net downhill. So, you know, it's considered to be a pretty rapid course. I think the course record is something like 4:18. So it came up on my feed the other day. And what's interesting about this year is up. So you're starting at Shoreham, basically I'm running home. And what I want to do is really run it, do my very best to run as much as possible. Obviously, there's an element of uphill, given that this is now the finishing point. So we've got quite a lot of uphill. But my main aim now is to train as hard as I can between now and then. And we've got loads of time, obviously, loads of time till October, to be in the best shape I can be, to give it a really, really good crack. So you can see here on the Surrey Hills, we're at a pretty high point in Guildford, so it's going to be really interesting to kind of run towards, if you like, run towards the sky, and I'm very, very excited about this because as you know, if you watched my video at the end of last year, I basically said that 2023 was going to be about me jumping to race it as and when I wanted to, as and when it felt right, and there was no specific training planned for anything. And obviously in the last few months I've had like a good period of time, a little stupid injury with the toe, and then I recently got married, and then we went on holiday, so that kind of has ruined the last 2 weeks or so. But I'm kind of back now, ready to get into this training program, ready to really deliver and do the very best that I can. And this here is just inspiring. Obviously it would have been nicer to have done the net downhill one, but at the same time, you know, the idea of running home is pretty inspiring, and I'm very, very excited about the opportunity to really give it a crack. Now I'm facing a bit of a demon here because I've only ever done one 40-mile race in the past. It's the Fox Ultra. I actually truly hated it. And my time for that I'm going to put on the screen now. So essentially I've got this kind of rough goal in mind to annihilate that. That was a race that I'd rather forget. I really didn't enjoy it at all, and I thought I didn't do very well. So that's a rough goal time. Now it's different course, different elevation, all that kind of stuff. But let's just keep it out there of smashing that time. I really want to smash it. Do look obviously a very good job. So it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment. I'm aware of that, and what I've been doing in the past obviously hasn't worked. I've been in a situation where my fitness has been questionable, I think, going into races. I've been there in spirit, but I haven't been in the right kind of fitness or frame of mind to do the job I need to do to deliver results I want to deliver. I'm very driven now to do so, and because of this long period of time, what it means is between now and then I can jump into events, I can have a go at different things, I can try different workouts without having so much pressure on the fact that, let's say I've got 16 weeks and I have to deliver week after week. I can afford to have a bad week and afford to have a few bad weeks and still recover from it. But look at this here. I mean, look at this. To run home to this in October, obviously conditions could be variable, but just out of this world. So that's the race I'm going to be tackling in October, and what I'll be doing probably throughout August is seeing if there's any kind of like marathon distance races to jump into, trail based, just again give me that additional mileage ahead of the big day, because yeah, kind of 38, 40 miles, you're not going to find too many races, maybe a 50k of sorts, but there's nothing around that distance I'll be practicing for. It'll just be a case of building mileage up until the point where step foot on the line on race day. I'm just against myself. That is it. The main focus is against myself and deliver a consistent pacing from start to finish where possible. Walking obviously where I need to, but at the end of the day, I want to really commit to trying to run this thing. And you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But you know, at the end of the day, if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get results. I'm kind of sick of not getting the results I want to get. I'm sick of it. And I'm inspired by the people, and I'm seeing what they're doing. I know that I have to change things up. And that's why I'm asking for you down in the comments to drop me a couple of workouts, a couple of ideas to really support me with this. Anyway, I'm going to head back now. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.